welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta, and this evening we are going to be working on a little bit of paint by numbers, something nice and chill so that we can chat and hang out for about an hour. So I can see that I have already got some lovely peeps in chat. Hello, hello. Welcome in the lovely Em. She's my moderator this evening. She's also my very best friend. So we've also got the lovely Roxy, the Dotty Crafter. We've got Serafina. We've got Sarah. Hello, 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 hello. Everybody's here. This is lovely. Welcome in. So, yeah, I just wanted to do something really chill and that didn't tax my brain. So this is my new paint by numbers that I recently unboxed from ARTDOT. This is the little picture that it is going to look like. So it's very blocky. I said in the unboxing video that it really made me think of like 1980s hair salon kind of art posters. So that is what we're going to be working on. I've got it sideways on my desk currently, just because it fits a bit better. And yeah, I'm just going to pop some washi around the edge. This happens to have some little bow ties, moustaches and glasses on it. It's not a washi that I use very often, so I figured, why not? But yes, I'm just going to pop this around the edge of the artwork so that if I do go over the edge, I don't have to worry too much. So, how are we all doing? Are we all surviving this horrible sticky heat wave that we're currently having in the UK? I don't know how you guys overseas are doing, but certainly for us, I'm not made for the heat. Yeah, I'm good, Roxy. I'm fine. Obviously, we're still a little bit stressed about the lovely spooky cat. But thank you all, everybody that sent well wishes and that has been lighting candles for her. She is back off to the vets tomorrow to have some extensive dental work done, which hopefully should be the worst of her problems dealt with. She certainly has perked up since they put her on a mixture of antibiotics and painkillers and eye drops. So, but yeah, I mean, I was particularly worried about the problem with her eye because she's only got one. So let's not let's not have any problems with that, because obviously I don't think it would be fair for us to try and keep a cat of her age with no eyesight. I know that cats can live a full and rewarding life with no eyes, but I just think at her age she's over 16 years now, and I think that it would probably be unfair. But fingers crossed, they will tell us that the ulcer in her eye is all cleared up, or at least is on the way to being all cleared up. Does she blink or wink? Who knows? Who knows anymore? But she certainly, I caught her sticking her paw in Eloise's mug of hot chocolate yesterday. So she's definitely a lot brighter and cheerier than she was previously, because last week when it was particularly bad, all she did was sit. And she didn't move, and she didn't eat, and she didn't do anything. So I'm just glad that now things seem to have brightened up a little bit. But obviously the fact that she's going in tomorrow for this operation is a little bit of a worry. So we've got that. So that's all good fun. I've had a bit of a I'm blaming a lot of it on the heat, but I'm just, health-wise, I'm not doing too well. But also, I've had a couple of days recently where I've had to leave the house, and that is always a bit trying for me. I don't do well out of the house. I like the safety of my little nest. And so, yeah, that's as much as I had the best time seeing Eloise perform on stage. It always brings me so much joy and makes me so proud, and I get really cheery about it, and she hates it. But yeah, she was amazing. there are pictures on Facebook if you want to see them. But yes, so she was performing in a amateur production of Avenue Q. So we went to the matinee performance of that on Sunday, which was lovely, but it literally, I know it's sort of overplayed, but it takes all my spoons. So I've been saving spoons up to go and do that, and then it's just been a lot of stuff. And then yesterday the car broke, so I mean, not that is particularly I don't know, does it? Ordinarily it wouldn't bother me because I don't go out very much, but we are supposed to be going to pagan camp, so that's sort of on rocky ground at the moment. That might not be happening. We will see if we can get the car fixed, but at the moment it is leaking water like a sieve, and we can't go on any long journeys. So Serafina, I haven't left the house in weeks, need to have a day out. There is a lot to be said for just going out. I mean, I quite like to just sometimes just step outside in the back garden and take a couple of deep breaths if being indoors gets a bit much. But I am a homebody now, very much so. Mixture of pain and anxiety and any number of other things that I'm not going into now. But yeah, all good fun. So yeah, I didn't quite have the brain power for role play. I literally haven't looked at it since our last session 2 weeks ago. So I've not done any of the writing up I was supposed to have done. So I thought, no, let's just do something nice. And I know that there were votes for me to be doing candle magic this evening as well. But I might do that as a pre-recorded video. Just again to ease my own stress a little bit. So it is always something. It's always something. But anyway, enough of me whinging. This is supposed to be chill out time. So this is possibly the simplest paint by numbers that I've ever come across, because it's got 4 colours. So we've got white, a navy, a blue, and a red. So I'm going to start with the light colours, which will make it unfortunately a little bit boring for you guys to watch, but I'll try and get through the white quite quickly. I've got a little stick just to stir the paint up with. I'm hoping that there's going to be enough. Hopefully so. I've got 2 pots, and you know what? It's only acrylic. I've got plenty of white acrylic. That's not a problem. So I'm also going to use my own brushes just because they are. The kit obviously comes with the standard little brushes, but I'm just going to use my own because they're nicer. Let's see that. Yeah. This is in fact a brand new brush as well. I'll probably use a smaller one once we get into details, but for right now this one's fine. What I do tend to do, and the quality of this kit, this one is from ARTDOT. There is a link for it in the description for this video, and a discount code as well if you're interested. Yeah, I really liked this because it's so blocky, and a lot of kits obviously are very detailed, and I wasn't in the mood for that. So but one thing I do like to do first is I go over where they've written the numbers, because sometimes they show through, particularly on the white. So I feel like if they get a little extra daub of paint before you get to them, then I just find it helps a little bit with covering them up. Right, so it's always a bit strange painting a white canvas with white paint. So we'll see. Yeah, luckily I can see from where the light hits it where the paint has taken and where it hasn't. But yeah, unfortunately this bit is not particularly interesting for you guys to watch, and I will try and get through it as quick as possible so we can get onto some colours. These kits, I find, wherever you order them from, they always seem to say that they are oil paints. They're not. They are acrylic. But I guess they sort of give an oil paint effect once they're finished, particularly with often the style of painting. Not so much with this. This is much more like poster art. Oh, you can see the difference. Oh, that's good. That's good. I do like that this canvas has got colour on it. So I think the first paint by numbers I ever did was just a white canvas with lines on, and it was really hard to see where you were supposed to go, or at least like what each little blob represented, whereas this is much better. And I've done a few now where they've had this kind of grayscale colour. Yeah. For those of you that are wondering about sort of storing paint by numbers, once they're dry, you can roll them up much like a diamond painting, and they store really well. I've seen some people put greaseproof paper on them before rolling them up, just so that sometimes the paint can be a little bit sticky, but I haven't had a problem with any of mine, and I keep a lot of mine rolled up because I don't have space for them. Yeah, I think the oil paint thing is maybe a translation issue, because obviously a lot of these kits are made overseas, so I think that's part of it. But yeah, they often seem to be advertised as either oil paint or oil effect paint. But yeah, I've never done oil paints. It's sort of, I did do a list of like a 50 before 50 things that I wanted to do before I turned 50. That's sort of gone by the wayside. But yeah, on that was to take a class in oil paints, because it's something that I've never done. And I always fancied having a go at the kind of Bob Ross wet on wet kind of oil painting. Let's see how that went. But yeah, no, I was watching Bailey Jade oil painting the other day and thinking how much cat fluff, thinking how much I still wanted to have a go, but I do find it very intimidating as an idea. With the other oil paintings that I've done, something that I found quite useful is to go back once the painting is kind of finished, take a look at it and sort of go back in and add any extra details that you want to add. And in fact, there's at least one that I've done where I more or less ignored all of the suggestions and just looked at the sort of the little thumbnail picture and kind of based it off that. Yeah, I think the other thing that puts me off trying oil paints is that it would mean like buying a whole new set of things that I don't currently have, whereas, you know, I have watercolours and I have acrylics and I've got poster paint, so working with stuff that I already have is a lot cheaper rather than buying a whole new set of things and having to figure out new tools. Okay, probably should switch to a smaller brush for these details. I'm going to try and make it work. Apologies that my glasses are now in frame. I'm leaning across the camera. That's the other problem, of course, doing these sorts of things on film. Is it's always a lot easier doing them not on film. Yeah, the all of the craft sites that are based in China have interesting translations sometimes. You often find animals being called the wrong thing. You know, you look up cat pictures and there'll be lots of dogs, or what was one that I saw? I think it was a picture of Spider-Man, but it was listed as Iron Man. That's yeah, there's often some interesting kind of choices being made. Right, I can still see that number 1 down there. I'm going to leave that big patch of white down the bottom there, and I'll do that in a bit. So, other things that I've been up to, I took part in the Crafts for Cats event, which was run by the UK Cats Protection. So that came at, yes, I'm using water to smooth out, yeah. Yeah, and the paint was a little thick. But yeah, it wasn't quite spreading how I wanted it to. Right. Yes, Cats Protection. Let me just, I'll go and grab that while that's, oh, a squeaky chair as I try and move across the room. So yeah, the Cats Protection event, they run, I think it's 4 events a year because they're sort of seasonal. They're normally about £20 to take part, £10 of which goes to the charity, £10 goes towards your craft kit. And I did, this time around, it was iris paper folding. So this was the card I made during the live craft along. So they did a Facebook Live with the craft tutor explaining how to make this. See, I can't get it to the lights on it nicely. But yeah, so that's what I did, which was good fun. And then obviously we made it into a little card. Yeah, I was pleased with how it came out. I'm going to do, the kit came with 3 cards. There was this one, there's a side profile cat, and just a cat head. So yeah, that was really good fun. So iris paper folding, although weirdly there is some folding involved, but there's a lot of taping. So I was expecting it to be much more like origami than it was. But yes, I've got plenty of that kit left to work with. And in fact, maybe I'll do one on a live at some point. Because yeah, it was good fun. I enjoyed it. It was very relaxing. Once you've learned the technique, which was very easy to pick up, yeah, it was, you're off and running. It was great. Now, do I do the red next? I would normally work light to dark, but as I've only got one light, a bright, and two darks, okay, I might leave the red until that white is dried. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with pink around the edges. And we'll do this blue here, which is number 3. Oh, it's a very nice. Oh, the lighting in here today is terrible. I have got 3 central lights on and 2 LED spotlights, and yet it's so dark in here. I don't really know what's going on. But anyway, this paint is a really lovely colour. Not that you can see. It's like a Prussian blue, maybe. It's very inky blue. Edging, in fact, now that I've got it into this light over here, it looks much more purple. So it's edging into purple much more so. And I assume that if I add water to it, it'll get even more purpley. Let's just try not to waste that bit. Yeah, on the canvas, it looks very purple. Oh, you can't do anything crafty because of your duckling. Oh, I would give up crafting to have a duck snuggle me. So, honestly, it's so nice to just have these nice big areas to slap paint into. It really does make all the difference. So yeah, so the cat's protection thing was really good fun. It was a 2 hours, the workshop, sort of with a break in the middle, to complete one card, and then they sort of just send you off to do the rest in your own time. Yeah, definitely a nice way to spend a Saturday afternoon. I think it was like a Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning. Yeah, very good. And then, of course, for the last, or since Thursday through to Sunday, I have been up to my neck in queer horror movies, which has been great fun. But hasn't left an awful lot of time for crafting. I did do some cross stitching, working on that little tiny heart that I still haven't finished. But anything like diamond painting, I can't do while I'm watching telly if it's something that I need to actually watch. And oh, sorry, I just headbutted the camera. I've found that particularly with like horror movies, so much of it is visual, and you need to be watching for, you know, that shadow in the background or whatever. And if you look down for even a second and look back up, you'll have missed whatever you were doing. Yeah, I'll show you my progress on the cross stitch. So I'm getting there, and I've been using your technique of doing a half cross stitch and then going back over it. So that's where I'm up to. So I've got the pink section, the yellow, and then that little heart to do. So, but I'm quite pleased with how tidy the back looks. I know a lot of people say you can tell a lot about cross stitches from the back. I'm quite pleased. But yeah, so that was quite a nice thing to just sit, and I could work on that, you know, whilst watching a film and not feel like I was missing too much. So I was happy with that one. I really should have finished it by now, though. I just need to pull my finger out and get it done. Unfortunately, there's always like something else calling my name at the moment. I'm just like, no, you need to knuckle down. Especially, I've got Next month there is a diamond painting event, which is Oz in Aug, so Wizard of Oz in August. And I've got an Elphaba diamond painting that I want to work on. It is the my brain has gone to mush. Who's it by? It is Simona Candini. It's Elphaba and a flying monkey. So I'm going to work on that next month for that event. And I've also on when is that going? On Monday, you'll see I've done an unboxing of 2 sneak peeks from Bella Art de Nicole / Bella Art Diamonds. And yeah, that one of the paintings from that I'm definitely going to work on next month, because it's only a little one and I want to get that done so I can show it off for them. That would be lovely if you could drop that around tomorrow. Yeah, let me know what time and I'll put the kettle on. Yeah, so that'd be great. Yeah, if you bring that diamond painting storage around, and then I can kit up. That would be lovely. Give me something to do. Not like I need more things to do. Obviously, this Friday is so Thursday really is the last day for you to get in and enter the competition for my 3,000 hours subscriber thank you competition. That is yeah, so Friday I will announce the 2 winners for that. I should have put a link to the video. It's called A Completion and a Competition, and it's got a picture of an emoji racehorse on the thumbnail. That's the word, thumbnail. Oh dear. Let's remember that bit needs to be blue as well. Don't want to run out of paint before I've done that bottom part down there. Knowing that I've only got 1 pot of this paint is a little bit worrying, because it seems like such a big area and I don't want to leave it patchy. But yeah, obviously it is acrylic and you can water it down, but I don't want it to be so watered down that you can see through it. So yeah, films. Saw lots of great movies, some of which it was like UK premieres, European premieres, stuff like that, which is always really nice, to feel like you're sort of a part of something a bit special. And honestly, I know that for most of you lot, maybe horror's not your thing, and even if it is, maybe queer horror's not your thing, but the October sort of is it October? No, it's November version of the festival. That's obviously, we're still uplifting the voices of queer filmmakers, but it's a little bit more generalised because it's not specifically for Pride. And for like £45 for 4 days worth of films, yeah, you can't go wrong. Oh, your mother-in-law was gifted her first diamond painting. She started to explain what it is to me, and I said, no need. She's really enjoying it, but worries about where to put them if she makes it a hobby. Oh, yeah. I've gone with filling my stairwell in the house, because that's just sort of become my little gallery area. So, but I've stopped getting them framed now. I just drawing pins, stick them to the wall. Because if I was paying to get them all professionally framed, oh my goodness, the expense it would be. yeah, it would be quite something. But yeah, and if she needs to roll them up, roll them with the diamonds on the outside, not the inside, because otherwise it makes the diamonds pop off. But yeah, a lot of people just keep them in a folder. I have got like an A, I think mine's an A2 folder. I don't think I've got an A1. But yeah, like a big art folder, like you would see students having, or like a photography portfolio. Just keep doing something like that. That's a good option, particularly if you're working on smaller paintings. But yeah, the first few that I did, I got framed, and then I was like, oh, this is too expensive. The only ones recently that I've had framed have been ones that were being gifted. Yeah, just stick them to the wall. Yeah, art folders. That's perfect, Em. Yeah. Yeah, I know ARTDOT, they do a folder that's specifically designed for diamond paintings. It's got like a carry handle and stuff. But I don't have one of those. I've just got a regular Amazon, whatever it is, I don't know. Cheap. Cheap is what it was. So yeah, I've got two. I've got an A3 one. I think it's A3 and A2 I've got. It's always nice to find out that new people have discovered diamond painting though. Oh yeah, definitely. I think the jars are the best kit ever. Yeah. I don't even think I've got any of the. No, the other. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So you can get these little storage pots. They're like little pill pots, and you normally get 12, I think, 12 or 16 in a bigger case. But I didn't like the fact that it was 4 joined together. So, and also the seal on these is not great. So this is what I started out with, and then I went to the screw top ones, yeah, which are my favourites. But there's lots of different things that different people have different opinions about. So you just have to find what works for you. Tic Tac containers, a lot of people rave over. I had a set, I couldn't get on with them. The only Tic Tac containers I use now are for deeper storage. So that's these ones. So they are literally like little Tic Tac sweet pots. But I keep my spare AB crystals in there. But I wouldn't want to do a painting out of them. Yeah, the screw top ones, I think they look the best. Yeah. That small pack of Tic Tac ones, I won that from Loving Sparkles from her channel, as part of an event goodie box. And my bigger Tic Tac containers were a PR thing from, oh gosh, I can't even remember what company now. It was a long time ago, like over 2 years ago. Because I can still remember my desk was on the other side of the room at that point. Right, I'm going to get a smaller brush to do those details. Otherwise, the desire to just keep going with that big brush is not good. Smaller brush. Excuse my head again. It comes into view. It's like painting the edges of a room when you're going round. Trying, my hands shake. What brush is this? I don't think this one's been used before. It feels very new. Ah, yeah. Two, if you can get two for the price of one, yeah. What was that question about Elizabeth Ward? Yeah, I do have two official Elizabeth Ward. I've not tried any of the dupes. But again, I use them for deep storage of rhinestones. I don't like to work out of them. It hurts my fingers to open them. I might have to change this brush. I don't like it. It's scratchy. I can definitely see I've got patches where I've added too much paint and then patches where there's not enough. Entertainment Weekly. Yeah, no. Sometimes I do feel like picking up one of these hobbies, you have to learn a whole extra language alongside it. Because there's all these like fancy words that people have. It's been vaguely sort of in the back of my mind to do a kind of diamond painting dictionary video at some point with all the jargon. Not that I know all of it, but things like ABs and Tic Tacs and Elizabeth Ward. Just sort of like a glossary kind of video. I've never put out like a beginner's guide kind of video, so maybe it'd be worth doing. I don't know. It'll sit in my head with all the other random ideas. Right, I'm going to be right where the camera is for a second. Apologies. Oh, no, can't do it. You have to be just here. I'll try and be out of the way. Damn left-handedness. I could move the camera, but I'd never get it steady again. I suppose for all the benefits of a painting like this, where it's big, essentially colour blocked areas, the downside is that small mistakes are much more noticeable, whereas in other paintings it becomes part of the kind of the painterly nature of the painting, and it just reads as, you know, brush strokes and things, rather than something that was supposed to be a crisp line and isn't. So I guess that's worth thinking about. Right. That is number 3 done. I might give that another coat once it's dry. There is enough in there that I could give it another coat. It's a little bit patchy in places, but we'll see. Right, number 2. Now I've got 4 pots of this because it's the main colour. Is it a black? Is it a dark blue? It is a very dark blue. So let's treat ourselves to a new brush. Maybe not that one. That one. Oh, that's lovely. A really nice inky blue. Yeah, I think there will definitely be enough for another coat. Yeah. Even if I'm worried that there's not enough, I've got some acrylic medium I can mix it with. It's like a gloss medium, so I might do that all over anyway when it's finished. But yeah, God, I can't imagine doing these big areas with the teeny tiny brushes that this comes with. Yeah, compared to the brush that I'm using. There's no need to use a tiny brush for areas like this. Last time, just briefly going back to film festivals, the last time that I attended the film festival was the sort of Halloween film festival. I say attended, it's online, but you know what I mean. The last time I did that, I was working on my saw painting, so it fit in quite nicely, and I was able to do a bit of a whip and chat talking about the festival. I don't really have a suitable project to use, but if anyone is interested in me maybe doing a blog type post, I'll pop it on. If people are interested in what films I saw, I can pop it on to Crafty Coven. If people are interested, but I also don't want to bore you because, you know, you're not really here for the films. it's not like I have a film channel, but it's just, you know, another one of those, another facet to me, I suppose. Yeah, my little escape from reality is to watch people get chopped up. Although there was also some fabulous drag queens, so got to see that as well. In fact, there wasn't a lot of like gore. It was I should hit it that way. So I'm thinking about this and the fact that it's her fringe, and I'm thinking about brush strokes and the fact that they should probably go downwards rather than across. Sorry. Concentration means no talking. Trying to get a crisp line there. Right. And breathe. Oh dear. Right. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. Do this little triangle down here now. I'm going to slightly move the canvas a little bit. I had taped it to the desk, but it's annoying me now. Oh, that was quite satisfying. That went nicely around the corner. Yeah, that purple is very patchy. It definitely needs another coat. No, my paint water is in a jar, so there's no worrying about it getting muddled up. Oh. Okie dokes. Sorry, these edges are So what is everybody else up to? I've done all the talking. I feel like this month is like over before it's even begun. And I think partly for me that's because in my head the film festival was at the beginning of the month, because it was originally scheduled to be the first week of the month, but then they moved it. So in my head, the beginning of the month was the film festival, but actually it's now, gone past the middle of the month. And yeah, I was just talking to my parents today about getting together with them, because my mum has just had a birthday, but they were away, so I didn't get to see them. And it's my daughter's birthday, coming up as well. So there's like 2 birthday celebrations to have. And it's like, oh, when are we going to get together? And like the next date that we're free is the 1st of August. So, God. Yeah. It's crazy. And then I feel like the kids have only just broken up from school and there's already back to school stuff in the shops. Although that worked to my advantage because I got a nice new set of pens. Sarah's just trying not to get duck poop on it. Oh. Serafina's working. Oh no. Just realised we've got no Ash tonight. I wonder what they're up to. Although I think they're normally at work when I'm live as well. That's part of the problem. And Kate's busy now on a Wednesday. So Roxy's having a chill evening. Ugh. How are you getting on with Dreamlight, Rox? Oh. I don't want it to have a lumpy hand. No, it needs to be a nice smooth line. So yeah, I think this is a bit like you trying to draw classic cartoon characters. The smallest mistake, and it doesn't look like the character you're trying to draw. It just looks like a bit off. So yeah, on the one hand, there's these nice big patches for me to paint in where I don't have to worry. I can just splodge and it's fine. On the other hand, these edges. Okay. So you're in Basingstoke tomorrow, hence coming for a visit. Cool. If you're not running off tomorrow, you're welcome to stay for dinner. Let me know. Send me a message. We are going to be watching. Well, tomorrow is the last chance. No, the 27th is the last chance to watch any of the films from the festival and catch up. So, although I've only got, there's 2 films on the docket, so to speak, that I've not yet watched. But there's a couple I'd like to watch again. So there's some very funny drag performances, as I've already mentioned. That yeah. Sorry, can you notice it's the only thing I can talk about at the moment because it's somewhat taken over my life for the last few days. It's been the thing that I could think about that was not a poorly cat. So I think that was a lot of it. You've got all your royal tools now. Excellent. Have you built some storage now? I can't remember exactly when I started playing, but I know I've done 2 Easter events. So I've been playing for over a year because I've done 2 lots of Easter stuff. Right, that is one pot empty. But luckily, I got 3 more. I tend to play Disney Dreamlight regularly when there's an event on, and then I kind of let it go by the wayside a little bit and then go back to it when there's an event. So I've been playing a lot recently because of the Mulan event. Oh, and there was what was the other one? The Inside Out 2 event. Oh. Right. Okay. I'm not going to work upside down for a bit because it's this side panel. But I'm pleased with it. It's coming along. How are we doing? 58. Yeah. If anyone's desperate to go, obviously feel free, but I might hang out a bit longer, see if I can at least get a single coat on all these colours. Seems silly to be this far through and then leave you with it not done. I mean, it won't be finished because it won't be dried. The other thing I found really useful, particularly I worked on it was lots of orchids in a tropical orchid kind of, what's it called? I think it might have been called fantasy orchid or something, but it was a sort of stylistic tropical orchid paint by numbers. And I ended up digging out my acrylic paint pens to do things like the stamens in the flowers, just because I had a much steadier hand with a pen than I did with the brush, and it's still acrylic paint. So yeah, and some of the leaves had like really thin stripes in, so I would just, rather than trying really carefully to paint the orange and then leave a gap for the white, I painted them all. Ash, you must have heard us talking about you. Welcome. Yeah, so doing the small detailed stuff using an acrylic paint pen, yeah, no shame in it as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's coming together. I'm pleased with it. It's definitely going to be graphic. It's not like anything else that I've got on a wall in my house, so I don't know whether it'll go up anywhere. Or whether it will be consigned to the folder. But we'll see. Definitely plenty of this dark blue, because I've only got a little bit of this one left to do, and I've still got 2 unopened pots. soon as you clean up your island, it's messy again. Oh, it's not too bad. I've not tested whether the twigs still spawn if you get rid of all the trees. I've not looked at that yet. Right, I've got that bit around there to do. Why did I turn? Actually, yeah, I might leave that to dry for a bit. Put the blue on. Might need a different brush. Let's find a nice brush. That one. Okay. Okay, paint some nostrils. Okay. One beauty mark. Oh gosh, why do my hands shake so much when I'm doing these little bits? Right, that's definitely going to need another coat. Oh, apologies. In the view again. So glad that you guys don't get to look at my silly concentration face. And my terrible artist posture. I crouch like a golem over my artwork. Okay. Right. And breathe. What are you talking about? Planting. Yeah, like vegetable plots and stuff. Yeah, you can just plant them wherever you want. The area of the island where the seeds are purchased is the best place for them to grow. They grow marginally quicker, but not really. Did the codes that I sent you work? Shrimp posture, yeah. Very that. Yeah. Right, let's just go back over those bits. Come on, give me a nice point. Okay. Yeah, just keep. I have a whole chest now filled with twigs just because I was sick of running out. So now I just collect them all the time. Right, I need to turn this painting round again so I can get to the other side a little bit better. To do that little bit of number 2, and then we're on to the red. Although I might do another coat on that purple beforehand, I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, there we go. You can sort of, you can see it coming together. It's giving me kind of Lady Gaga at the moment. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Right. I'm glad I'm not doing this in the mad heat of the day. Mr. J was having terrible trouble with his paint the other day, sort of drying in the time it took to go from palette to paper, because it's been so warm. Definitely, once I'm done here, I am going to put the fan back on, because I turned it off because it was just too noisy, and I was finding it annoying. So goodness knows how it would be coming through a recording. Leaning over again. I did consider putting this up on my easel to work on it, but it is the wrong dimensions for the backboard, and I just thought, no, I'm not gonna fuss with it. Just work on it as it is. Also, for most people, yeah, they might not have an easel, and so this gives a better idea of what it's like working on it at a desk. And the benefit is that you can turn it upside down when you want to. I mean, when you're working on a painting as big as this, it's basically just like a giant colouring in book. I could have used any colours I wanted. And in fact, the very first paint by numbers that I ever did on the channel, sadly the video's not up because I didn't put it up in the end, but it came with the paints that they'd sent me didn't match the kit that I'd received, so I was matching numbers up, and it was only when I'm looking at this picture and it's supposed to be a white horse in some lovely sakura blossoms, and I'm thinking, why am I painting this bit here brown? This bit here shouldn't be brown. That doesn't make any sense. And then I went through all the colours and none of them matched up. But I've often thought maybe I should have finished it with all the wrong colours just to see how it would have turned out. As it was, they just resent it to me with the correct colours. And okay, so got this patch of white to do, and then I'll make a decision about the purple, and then we've got the red to do. So so just to remind you, there we go, I'll put that one there. That's what she's supposed to look like. Okay. Let's get a little brush and a big brush. Oh no, I've just dripped. I'd left this brush in the water and should have dried it off. Of course, the other thing that's always nice is it's super satisfying at the end to take off the masking tape. You see, the main thing is behind this white, we definitely want to make sure that all the numbers are covered up, because that is what will give us away. Tell people it was a paint by numbers. We don't want them to think that. Right. I think that white coverage is okay. We'll see. In person, the purple looks really purple, but yeah, on camera it looks really blue. So, I'm trying to, let's see what if I. No. Yeah. It does just, yeah, but in person it's like a deep royal purple. So okay, let's see if I can patch up some of these purple bits. Brush that I was using for the purple. You okay, Oz?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not just all blue. there is definitely colour differences. I'll take some pictures sort of with and without flash when we're done and see if I can get the sort of true colour of it to show up. I mean, there's not, obviously here you can see on the printout there's not a huge difference in colour. Although in the little thumb, put my arm in the paint. In the little thumbnail, the dark colour looks black and the shadow colour looks to be dark blue, whereas the reality of what I've got is the shadow is a deep purple and the darkest colour is dark blue. Oh, that's right. I've just been joined by a cat. I don't want it to come up. Right, Oz, your cat wrangler, okay? So I cannot have her up here while I'm doing this.
Okay then.
Much as I love her. No, not while there's wet paint. The last thing I want is to be clearing up
I know.
paw prints. Especially if she's going to the vets tomorrow. The vets will be like, what have you been doing to your cat? Okay. I think that that's the purple done now. I'm happy enough with that coverage. Whether I'm trying to get this in some sort of position that you can see the colour. I don't think you can. Okay, let's do this bright red. Fresh brush. I'm going to have all the washing up to do at the end of this, but never mind. I just... Okay, so we've got a big patch of hair to do, 3 nails and some lips. And I've got a sneeze coming. That's fun. Hold on. Oh. Has it gone away? I think it's gone away. Okay. Quick slurp tea. Let's do the far less scary big patch of hair first.
What's scary about the other bits?
What's scary about the other bits? Doing the details, because I don't want to mess them up. Oh wow! Okay, this is not just red. This is red. This is like, I don't know, really, really red, and not covering those numbers very well. So.
Have you seen the message in the chat about the white cat?
No, thank you for putting out.
Jesus.
Sarah says, had a white cat when I was young. My brother put stripes on its sides with Crayola markers. Mum had to explain they were racing stripes. At least it wouldn't be that bad. Oh, Sam. Oh. I remember seeing a program about a woman in America who, like, she wanted everything pink. She was like Barbie pink, everything. And
Not as bad as the beige mums.
She had like a white poodle type dog. And she dyed it using, what's the like powder juice they have in America?
Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid, yeah, with like Kool-Aid powder in the bath. She washed it with that and turned it pink. Yeah, which I'm not condoning that. I mean, I know it's a food, and so it's probably fairly safe, but still.
It has to be non-toxic.
Yeah, you'd hope. I hope she got in bother for that. Yeah. Hi, Dylan. Sorry. I didn't know she'd sneak in. Oh. This picture might be up your sort of street, Dylan. I was saying it looked like the sort of thing that should be in a 1980s hair salon. I feel like it would have been on the wall.
I don't know, but I feel like I recognise that photo. Like I've seen it somewhere before.
I don't know. It's a very graphic style of art.
I feel like I've seen it in like a movie poster or something like that.
Maybe. Yeah. It's kind of.
Speaking of Kool-Aid.
Oh, okay. Somebody dyed
Is
their
that
pony
better
pink
or
with Kool-Aid.
worse?
I don't know. Well, in Wizard of Oz, the horse of a different colour, that was dyed using food dyes, in order to make it change rainbow colours. So I guess it's it's safe enough that they let people do it in a film, but it was a different time back then. So I
Also,
don't know.
they're probably more qualified to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think just bathing your pet in.
And also, it's food colouring, not Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Carmen
yeah.
Sandiego. Yeah, I can see that.
Yes,
Yeah.
great show.
Yeah, Oscar agrees.
I like it. This music royalty free.
Yes, the music's royalty free. This music, for anyone that's interested, is courtesy of the Relaxed Movement on YouTube. They provide copyright free music for streamers. So there you go.
Did you know
Go and check that out.
that on Twitch or YouTube there are complete channels dedicated to just like streaming like planes just like lifting off and landing and stuff like
I
that?
did not know that. No.
Yeah. I saw one of the things. I was like, who would want to watch that? What's so interesting about planes?
I guess it's what. Sorry, complete side chat here. Watching planes taking off is no different from people that like going and watch trains and stuff, is it? It's
I guess.
people want to go and see specific trains and.
But the thing is, one of the ones I saw, which was on YouTube, was like members only. I think.
Maybe
So-
it's a front for something else. I do not know.
Have you seen the purpose? The pea that you made.
No, do you want to show everybody?
Maybe in a second.
Okay.
Oh. It's fitting.
So-
You're doing the red, and it's
I
red.
am doing the red, yes. Yeah. Although
I would have thought you would have done this like on a video.
I probably should have. Right, okay. Oz wants me to show you this. I think I might have put a picture of it on the Crafty Coven chat, possibly. This is a big sparkly pea, a big red sparkly pea. It was a prop that my daughter needed for her Avenue Q production. So she was the pea in purpose. So yeah, but you can see where she had to hold it every night. Some of the paint's rubbing off. So, and yeah, I was finding red glitter everywhere after making that. But yeah, you're right, Oz. I probably should have made a video doing it. But... This red paint is a little bit too thick, but I don't want to add any water to it because it'll then be too translucent compared to the rest of it. So I've got another pot though, so it's okay. We are okay. So okay. Got that bottom edge of the hair to tidy up, and then we've got lips and nails, and then we're done. Oh. Now I do feel like a hair salon. You do your hair and get your nails done. Right. It's another very empty pot. Yeah, fast. Right, so just lips and nails now. And I think I'll use a smaller brush for that. Small round one, I think I'll go with. So that one. Thank you very much, my assistant. Okay. Little number 4s. You get an extra little coat. Oz, you need to do some talking while I'm concentrating. Oh. See, I think next time I do a video like this, I need to bring Em into the video so that she can
Just like have instead of the music, just
somebody
like, have
chatting.
Really cool.
That is the trouble. Where did the little picture go? It's under there.
Why'd you put it underneath?
I didn't. It blew underneath. I was just checking how that was. Yes, there is a little red line underneath there. And my hand is shaking again. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got to sit up for a minute. I've been bent over too much. Oh. Whilst I have you all here, next Wednesday will be a witchy live. So it will be our celebration of Lammas. That is essentially it's the first harvest of the pagan year. It's our like our harvest festival. So if you would like to join me to celebrate that, you are of course all welcome to. It will be same time, same place, but you get to see my face. that did not mean to rhyme, but it did.
Oh, it can't be seen on the
camera. It's not close enough again. Oz made this. Oh,
it's
okay.
part of like a whole drawer I made.
Right. Lip liner is hard enough on myself. It's even harder on a person.
I would have thought it'd be easy on this.
No, I don't even like doing makeup on other people. I find it really difficult.
Yeah, at least you have both hands. You don't have to, hold the mirror up, or
this is true. Yeah.
Unless you have like a big mirror that just stands on its own, or wall mounted.
Stop being so practical.
What?
Stop being so practical.
Well, those are my favourite types of lessons. Practical ones.
Auntie Em's popping over tomorrow.
Nice. What do you think's better? Like design technology or art? Like as a subject?
I'll put it to the chat. Okay. Yeah. The question is, when you were at school, what did you like better? Design technology or art? So I don't know if they even have design technology in the same way that we do.
Well,
I guess, what would it be in America? I don't know.
Last thing I made in DT.
Like woodworking and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're waiting for you when you arrive, Emma.
Oh, there you go. He'll be waiting for you when you arrive. Oh, no.
100%.
I just... Yeah, that doesn't surprise me about you, Dylan. Yeah.
Oh right, the last project I did in art was like
I just smudged her lipstick.
oh,
It's because I'm talking. Shouldn't be talking.
Just get a bit of like go over it.
I knew I had these cotton buds next to me for a reason. I don't want to make it worse though. Yeah, I don't want to make like loads of pink. Okay, fixed it.
Nice.
Saved.
Anyway,
Okay. M says woodwork, metalwork, plastic work. Yeah, tech studies and graphic design.
Honestly, lately I preferred art to design technology.
Yeah.
Projects you've been making haven't been the most interesting.
The thing I didn't like about art was being told what I had to paint. Yes. I just wanted to be able to paint what I wanted to paint.
That's what I don't like about colouring. Like, just stuff like that in general. Being told what to do. Same thing as drawing. You're
an outside the lines kind of guy, yeah?
I guess. The last thing I did in art, which was, how do I say this? It was like figurines. It was like made out of metal wiring. And I put like mod rock over it.
Okay,
painted mine green. I'm pretty sure I left it. Still probably be on a shelf in the classroom now. Because mine wasn't dry by the end of the lesson, so I couldn't bring it home. Very sad. I prefer art because we were more free to create. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Considering I have my degree in it, art.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Quindara is Sarah Rose, who did the dragon colouring book that I've got.
I see.
Yeah, that's her artwork. She knows how to craft her. Wow, I know. It's cool.
This little duck now.
Okay.
It wasn't the door. You know?
Okay. Right. Oh, I can still see that number one. That darn number one. Hold on. There. Keep showing up.
While we're on the topic of numbers, there is like a little black smudge where the 4 is.
No.
Correct it now while you can.
I will do. Right, a little black. Oh yeah.
Same thing with the nail. It's like not that noticeable. That one.
Yeah. Right. I think I'm probably going to have to go back in and check out all the numbers.
Yeah.
Once it's dry. But that's it finished. Wow. I've made such a mess. I've used like every brush. Oh no. Hang on.
Oh wait, what's up?
Look. Look at this. There. I'd lent my hand in the red paint and then on the painting. Okay, so there we have it. All finished. So you too can create this in an hour and a half, which is quite amazing actually. I did not think I'd get it finished. So
my degree's in ceramics. I always used to tell people I knew what to do with the bodies.
Yeah, access to a furnace.
I wish I could say that.
Oh dear.
Another weird question.
Oh.
How would you hide a body?
Yeah, but not no.
Yeah.
Okay, my lovely people. My cup has run dry, and yeah, yeah, we got to use so many types of kilns. So I'm pleased with this. This came out good. Yeah, I'm going to leave it to dry, and then we will see how it dries, and hopefully all those numbers won't suddenly pop through. But if they do, I can just go back in with a little bit of paint and touch it up. So I'm quite pleased with all of that. Yeah, thank you for sticking with me and staying a little later than usual. It was nice to actually finish a project. I'll take some pictures of it when it's dry and share them. So that is it from me. If you haven't already, please do go hit that like button, do all the YouTubey stuff. You know what to do, you lovely, lovely people, you. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay in the comments and let me know you were here so that I can thank you. Friday's video, I will be drawing the 2 winners from my subscriber competition. There is still time to get in and enter. Go check out the video, a completion and a competition. And then Monday, I've got 2 brand new canvases for you, which are part of the August releases from Bella Art de Nicole. Those are sneak peeks. And yeah, so lots to look forward to. Oz, do you want to say anything before I go?
Well, I have a question for you.
Oh, question for me, okay.
What's your track record for finishing projects on stream?
Oh, really bad. I very rarely finish a project on stream. Okay, thank you for being here, and until next time, guys, stay crafty.